Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we have something I've been waiting for a little over 3 months. It just arrived today, so let's go ahead and open it up. The company I ordered this from is called JinBrick, and if you're familiar with that company, you probably know what this is. I got my cool knife. Let's go ahead and open it. Alright, so here it is. It is the Ferrari 488 GTE, I think, frame. And again, this is from JinBricks. It does have the light up panels, so you can hook a power bank to it and these side panels will light up. I will show you that here in a second. So this one is from JinBrick, and I received this one from iLuane a few weeks ago for the Porsche 911 RSR. So the purpose of this video is to kind of compare the iLuane with the JinBricks, see if there's any differences. They look to be the same, but we'll see. And hopefully this will help you guys make a decision on which brand you want to go for. I'll talk about the pros and cons, and then we'll do a little TLDR at the end. Alright, so right off the bat, the JinBrick frame feels a lot more stable than the iLuane frame. Like, if I do this, I can kind of, like if I push on the back here, it kind of feels a little loose, and you can kind of hear it, right? That's not me tapping, that's just me pushing the back in. And if you shake it, that feels very unstable. Then the JinBrick, if I do the same thing, it doesn't do that, right? And if I shake it, no sounds. Like no sounds. It feels way more stable. Now another thing I noticed was the light sound. So I have a battery pack down here plugged in. Let me turn it on. It's on. When the light is on the iLuane, you can hear it. I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but it's just like a tiny RF sound just constantly going from the iLuane. Alright guys, so the reason the iLuane frame was making that annoying sound is because I had it plugged into a power bank. But none of the iLuane frames have the option to be plugged into a power bank like I thought. So by default, it needs to be plugged into a wall only. And as soon as I plugged the frame into the wall, rather than using the power bank, it stopped making the sound and worked perfectly. So keep that in mind when making your decision. The iLuane frames can only be plugged into the wall. No sound whatsoever anywhere, which I think is pretty great. And again, the only reason why the JinBrick frame is not making the sound while plugged into the power bank is because it is designed to be used with a power bank. So just keep that in mind. Alright, and one thing I noticed is the JinBrick hooks are square so that they really hook on nicely to the Technic set on the bottom, while the iLuane hooks are curved. Probably doesn't make that big of a difference, and it's probably just me being picky, but I do like the hooked frames over the curved frames here. One thing is the JinBrick one included the Lego logo, while the Porsche iLuane one did not. Could have been cool to have a Lego logo right here, but again, that's probably me just being picky. But besides that, these frames are pretty much identical. The only issue with the JinBrick frame is the shipping time. The shipping time was horrendous for this order. And I don't know if that was a one-time thing, but it took 3 months to arrive in the US. There was a problem with customs, but at the same time, you know, I was emailing back and forth trying to figure out what's going on, and it felt like I kind of got blamed for it when I did nothing but buy the package and wait for it. But yeah, that's the only thing. Shipping time to the US is awful. I'm hoping that was a one-time thing and a one-time experience. And this frame is for this car here, the Ferrari 488. Oops. So I really need to dust this guy off, but it's for this car here. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dust this thing off. I'm gonna apply the hooks and then work on getting it up on the wall. So plan is to have the Porsche here, and then my track maps. I have some more on the way, so these will change. We're gonna put the Ferrari here on this side with this poster on top, the Le Mans, and I will put the Nürburgring where the Le Mans is, next to Sebring. And then soon I'll have some more. I'll have like Charlotte Motor Speedway, Watkins Glen, and stuff like that. They'll go spread out here somewhere. And then the hypercar that I have, the Peugeot, right here, will go next to the Porsche whenever I get a frame for it. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna work on getting these dusted, and I'll see you guys in a sec when we start to put them up. Oh, and one more thing I like about the JinBrick is that it included this Velcro sticker, Velcro tape, I guess, to tape to the back of the frame and put your power bank on this one. So that's nice that that's included. And then probably the last thing to compare is that the iLuane included instructions on everything, basically how to get the hooks on, how to put your car on. It had a big guide of pictures of how a car should hook on these, which car. But the JinBrick did not include instructions for anything. Alright, so car is dusted. Hooks are attached. Let's see how it looks with the car on it. Really cool. Alright, so next step is to get it onto the wall. Oh, I got that. Alright guys, so here are the frames with the lights on. Remember what I said, the difference in the frames is not much. They're pretty much identical, except you can see here that the JinBrick has a warmer light while the iLuane has a whiter light. So if you like warmer light, go with the JinBrick. If you like a white light, go with the iLuane. And the iLuane are available on Amazon and have Prime shipping, so very fast shipping, while JinBrick is coming from overseas and there may be issues with customs or something, and that could delay your order. Mine took 3 months to get here, so that was a big con with the JinBrick. Another difference is the iLuane can only be plugged into the wall, while the JinBrick can be plugged into the wall, as well as a power bank if you buy that option. There are different options to, like, you can get without a light, or you can get with a wall only. iLuane only offers the wall plug-in. Yeah, this is how it looks set up, and I have this one for the Peugeot 24-hour car. I will do a review on that one later, and you guys can see my setup here. You probably can't see the other posters while it's dark, but yeah, I've got my sim rig here and just everything behind me that represents racing, and I love it. So yeah, my name is JRX Lego. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.